At Direct Service Overhead, we know how much trust you put in the individuals who have the privilege of working on the components of your home. We understand that a broken garage door is the last thing you want to be worried about, and most of the time, doors break at the most inconvenient times. Our professionally trained technicians service 24 hours a day, and our high-cycle parts are guaranteed to make a noticeable impact on your garage door without putting a damper on your wallet. If you're looking for need of assistance maintaining your current garage door, our team has the experience and expertise to deliver the results you deserve. Give Direct Service Overhead a call today or visit us online to learn more.
All right, 3, 2, 1, yo! What's going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere? Welcome to the Pig Trail Network YouTube channel. I'm Ty Hudson. Hope you guys are doing great. Do me a favor, make sure you hit the like button. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I was trying to get the update on the score here. Arkansas is playing LSU, so if you, I realize this is not Friday. Like I told you guys on Monday and Wednesday, this week's schedule's a little wild, but I do appreciate you guys for making it. Those of you who are here live, and those of you who will catch this on Friday, this is Friday's show. Arkansas is leading at the moment, 1-0. Connor Nolan, I think, is off to a decent start, it looks like. So we'll try to keep up with that as we go. Like I've said, I have no idea how long these shows will go on. It could be 30 minutes, could be an hour. I don't know. I'll tell you this much. We don't have a whole hell of a lot to cover other than really spring scrimmage and kind of what I'm going to be looking for. And also we've got some crystal ball talk. We're going to talk about some Razorbacks that were, I'm sorry, not Razorbacks. Hopefully they're Razorbacks. Some recent crystal balls, one of which I actually missed. There was a crystal ball. There's been a couple in the last week and a half that I missed, so we'll try and get caught up on all that. Yo, Ty, what up, man? How you doing? Frederick Clemens, my man, how you doing? The Drooby Dooby Doo show says Connor Nolan is dealing right now, son. Just drop by for the hot takes. What hot take? What hot take are you looking for? Which one? What's up, CEO Ty Hudson? What's going on, Shaheed Mustafa? My man, how you doing? Ricky Murray says, hey, Ty, I wanted to clarify. Yesterday I was talking about program to program in the SEC conference, but can't find anything on it, so I think the SEC podcast was mistaken. Yeah, so John Hawes actually cleared that up. Sent a link on it last night after the show. No, it was day before. No, it was yesterday. Whatever. Mr. Hawes sent the link out, and there was, if I remember correctly, the rule stated that within SEC to SEC, the way it worked, if you transferred, you had certain dates. Now, I forgot what they were already, but maybe Hawes can share that again in Discord. But I think you were right, but where everyone's tripped up on, and I didn't know this, you just have to be in the portal by a certain date. You don't necessarily have to be committed anywhere. You don't have to go. You don't have to be, this is where I'm going, right? You don't have to announce your destination. You don't have to be signed or anything. You just have to be in the portal. And so that's why we've got guys that have announced that they're coming to Arkansas, even after that date that was mentioned in the article that Hawes had shared. I don't know if you're still in chat, Hawes. Are you how the hell's my name on the page? What? It's on there. Hold up. What you talking about? It's on there. I know I put it on there. Yeah, it's on the top, my man. Look at the top middle. What are you talking about, Hawes? You're right above my man Mark Dotson and Doug Stubbs and Jenna Mays, Justin Kipper, William Watkins, and John Goodman. Some of the names are different font sizes. I just realized that. Whoops. Oh, well. Your names are on there. That's what matters. Get some glasses, Hawes. What are you doing? I just couldn't find anything. And yes, he said February 1st in the portal. Okay. Well, there you go. like I told you guys, I do the best I can. And there's so much on this portal stuff. Sam Pittman also, did we talk about this on Wednesday's show? I think we did. Did we cover this on Wednesday? Talked about we have 3 portal spots open. We know that. There's going to be 3 spots. I think it's going to be probably two defensive linemen. I'm not sold that it's going to be a wide receiver. I'm not really sold on that yet. I don't know. Do you guys think it should be a wideout? Tell me if you've got 3 spots right now and you're Sam Pittman. What are you doing with them? What do you know about this roster? Where would you spend those last 3 spots? Really, that should be the question. Because after spring camp, after the scrimmage, you're going to start to hear. I think the portal talk is going to get pumped up a little bit. We're going to start hearing more stuff out there. So tell me what you think those 3 spots should have. Okay, Haas has the link. Boy, you went and found it too. Look at that. Golly. Yeah, yesterday at 6:49. Okay, I don't really feel like opening up and reading it, but here, I'll tell you what I will do. I'll share it. I'll share it in chat for you guys. This completely slipped by me. Like I said, I do the best I can. Stuff slips by and it happens. There you go. There's the link. Hopefully that compresses correctly. It looks like it did. Okay. Again, I know I got people. I had a couple people DM me. Ty, I didn't get my notification. What? WTH, Ty? I don't know. It is what it is. I hope you guys. I hope that you understand that I have no control over that. You good, Ty? Still my favorite show, solely for the subscriber interaction. Hey, well, I appreciate that, Ricky. That's kind of that's what I think separates me from everybody else. Not that they don't have good stuff. The other YouTube guys, not that they don't have good stuff. I'll be honest with you. Podcast-wise, there's only like a couple that I'll listen to. But YouTube, they got good stuff. But what separates me a little bit is I'm going to interact with you guys. I'm going to talk with you. I'm going to take your questions. I do my best to answer your questions. I do my best to respond even to the snarky post comments, even the comments that aren't here in the live chat. So I try to interact as much as I can. I do appreciate the kind words, though, Ricky. So David Coleman says he would use his spots on D-backs and D-line. Okay, so a D-back, a D-lineman, and a linebacker. He'd go to all 3. He'd go to all 3 levels there in the defense. Frederick Clemens says 2 offensive linemen, 1 defensive tackle. Wow, okay. All right. I thought there was one more. Yeah, there it is. Alex says 2 defensive linemen and whatever is needed most. That's up to you, Alex. I'm asking you, my man. What would you do with that 3rd spot? What would you do with it? Listen, I want them to go to a 4-front. I do, on defense, or multiple looks. I want them to go to a multiple look up front. I would love for them to run like a nickel defense, right? 4 down linemen, 2 ends, 2 defensive tackles, 2 tackles that are around 300 or more. And then I'd like to see Sanders and Poole at linebacker. And then, of course, you have your nickel, and then you have the rest of your defensive backs, your strong safety, your free safety, and your 2 corners. That's kind of what I'd like to see. So I would probably go 2 defensive linemen and then maybe another linebacker. That's probably what I would go with. I've seen people say wide receiver. I'm just not – I don't know. I need a solid argument for that right now because I don't know. Like they're buff at wide receiver, like in terms of just personnel. They've got the bits and pieces. So, okay. Yeah, again, I appreciate everybody who's here live, Patreon supporters. Of course, you guys, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Direct Service Overhead. Long time first sponsor of the Pig Trail Network YouTube channel. This doesn't happen without these guys. They offer same-day services, emergency service 24/7, 365 days a year, free estimates, quality parts, affordable outcomes, hundreds of 5-star reviews, better than best results. Give them a call today at 501-244-3667. Again, that's 501-244-3667. All right. Like I didn't even jot notes down for this show. We're gonna I almost said free ball it, but That's not the term I'm looking for. Maybe tight end for the other spot. There you go. I like where your head's at there, Alex. Yeah, Ricky Murray says 2 defensive linemen and then 1 best available. Okay. I'd go tackle, interior defensive lineman, and another linebacker. Okay, that's actually really good. That's a good, yeah. So I just did a recording with Mark Rogers, and we touched on that a little bit. We touched on or I did anyways, talking about the left tackle spot with Luke Jones kind of moving back and forth over at left tackle, then moving back to I don't know what the hell they're doing there. I really don't. Luke Jones, is he a natural left tackle? And then they were talking about Tykees Crawford, who's been backing up Dalton Wagner, who, by the way, has been limited in practice lately. They're talking about moving him over, maybe at getting him some reps at left tackle. I don't know about you guys. That might be a little bit of a red flag. I don't know. So I like where Haas is going with that, with an offensive tackle, an interior defensive lineman, and another linebacker. If that were the case, I actually like that. See if you can go find yourself a long, lengthy, athletic left tackle somewhere that's maybe overlooked in the portal. I like that, actually. Yeah, okay. So I'd go 2 interior defensive linemen and then try and find you another left tackle. I have a feeling they go 2 on defense and then maybe a wide receiver because there's so much smoke around them going after another wideout. Why? I don't know. I just don't think they need it. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong on that? Do you think they need another wide receiver? They seem to be pretty, when you look at the roster, when you look at the bodies at wide receiver, to me they look pretty damn stacked. And we're hearing all this positive stuff about Katron Jackson, who's running with the ones. Kendall Briles, big old smile on his face when he talks about Katron Jackson. I don't know, man. I think they're in. I like where they're going. When you look at that entire roster at wide receiver, okay, here are the names. Right, Katron Jackson, 6'2", 209, sophomore. Jaden Hazelwood, who's got 2 years eligibility, by the way, out of Oklahoma. Jaquaylin Crawford, who another Oklahoma transfer. He kind of gets. You feel kind of bad for the kid. And this is his last year, I believe. I'm not so sure. I don't know. I thought he would have a bigger role last year. He didn't have it. Right? He's number 11. Hazelwood's wearing 9. Katron Jackson's wearing number 2. Jaden Wilson, redshirt freshman, 6'3", 180-pounder, number 13. Bryce Stevens, right? This is the guy who could be returning punts. I kind of thought he would return the rest of the punts last year, but then we realized they wanted to save his red shirt, which they did. He's a redshirt freshman. He's wearing 14. Landon Rogers, the former Little Rock quarterback, turned tight end, now wide receiver. Big dude, too, by the way. It sounds like he's closing in on maybe 6'5". He's about 6'4" on the roster sheet, but folks are saying he looks pretty stretched out at 6'4". 6'4", 201. He's wearing 15. That's a good number. That's like my favorite football. I think it's my favorite football jersey number. I think because of Ryan Mallett. I don't know. Quincy McAdoo, Chris Harris, and they still have Warren Thompson on here. How is that possible? Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I'm thinking of Devion Warren. I don't know why that. I read that name, and for whatever reason, I read Devion Warren in the back of my brain. Yeah, Warren Thompson, the Florida State transfer. That was my bad. And then you have Harper Cole. And by the way, this is Warren Thompson's last year, 6'3", 193. I've been glowing about him since they got him. He's had opportunities, and he's kind of wasted them. I shouldn't say wasted them. He had his moments. He's dropping the balls, but I've heard he's done pretty well too. The names that are sticking out, though, through this spring camp so far, Katron Jackson, just listening to Kendall Briles, and Torrin Carter. Those are 2 names that we're hearing more and more, like the media's talking about these guys. Sam Pittman's mentioned them a little bit. Those 2, it's good to hear that. Not only, I would say the unit that's been on the forefront of everybody's mind is the defensive line. The defensive line has been crushing it this spring so far. Now, I'm not saying through what are they at? 11 practices, I think. They just wrapped up. I think they wrapped up today. I don't know what their plan is tomorrow, but I probably should have reached out and talked to somebody about that. I'm not sure what their plans are tomorrow, because then you have your scrimmage. Remember, Saturday at 11 o'clock, and then the car show is at 8. I've had some people ask on Discord if there's a cost. There's no cost, guys. It's completely free to go do, I think, all of this. I'm pretty sure they're going to have bouncy houses for the kiddos, and I think they're going to have maybe some food trucks. God bless food trucks. Am I right? God bless food trucks. I think they're going to be there Saturday. Don't quote me on that. So, yeah, that receiver room, though, loaded. Tight ends, you don't really know what to think just yet. We're hearing Ty Washington. His name has come up a little bit. We're not hearing so much about Aaron Outley. Not hearing a lot of course, Trey Knox has been out with the concussion. Nathan Bax, who's got 2 years left. Nathan Bax, 6'4", 260-pound tight end. Sounds like he might be getting some work with the ones and twos. So I don't know. Maybe they should go 2 defensive linemen and then a tight end. Another big physical tight end that's good to go and has experience in an RPO offense, because they kind of take on a little bit different role in the RPO. Tight ends do. Yeah, so we were going to talk about that top 25 ESPN RPI here in a minute. FPI. We're going to talk about that. That people are upset by it. I've said for a while, people do, by the way, use they talk about, like, the FPI is something people do use. It is something that media people kind of go by. Not that it's accurate, not that it's right. I've been critical of it more times than I can count. Arkansas was left out. Where is the trying to find the list. I had it somewhere. Here we go. We'll talk about this really quick before we get into the crystal balls and then kind of what I'm expecting from the spring scrimmage. SEC teams and ESPN's FPI preseason top 25 rankings. Number 1, Bama. Number 3, Georgia. Number 10, Auburn. Number 11, LSU. 14 is Texas A&M, which, I'm not going to argue with that too much. Ole Miss, 17. I would probably put them out of the top 20. Kentucky at 20. Not sure I'd put Kentucky there. I realize what they have coming back. I realize they won their bowl game. I know how many wins they had. Go back and look at that schedule and tell me they have one good win. Louisville does not count. Louisville went 6-6, for God's sakes. Tell me, I'm not even sure I would put them in the top 25. I wouldn't put them at 20. I'd say you're lucky to be 25. I'm just not sold that Kentucky is anything special. And I think the East is going to be better. Not that Kentucky won't win 8 or 9 games. Sure. Put them in the West. You guys know how we do this. That's the test. Put them in the West, that week-to-week grind. I'm talking about the grind. I know the strength of schedules get a little wacky as the year goes on. I understand that. But put them in the grind of the SEC West and then give them whatever you want out of the East, whatever 2 matchups you want out of the East. I don't care. It could be Vanderbilt and South Carolina. South Carolina, I think, is going to be salty. I think that's who people might be sleeping on a little bit. What do you think they go last year? I'm thinking like 7-5. If they're lucky, maybe an upset, and maybe no, I can't even give them 8. I'm going to put them at 7-5 in the West in that grind, because it is the toughest grind in college football. I don't give a damn about the end of the season or bowl games. I don't care. The week-to-week grind, anybody will tell you. 247 peeps will tell you this. I'm talking about national folks, right? They'll tell you it is the toughest grind in college football. Put Kentucky in the West and see what they do. I'm telling you, 7-5. I'm not sold on them. But South Carolina, again, I'm kind of wondering. So you had Kentucky there, Mississippi State 24th, and the Florida Gators at 25th. Arkansas not in that list. I mean, like I said, I think I've always looked at the FBI as a talking piece. I've never looked at it as something that's with any real substance. And ESPN's not real they're not real clear how they even come up with this, with how it works, right? They're not super clear. I think we've been given an explanation. There might have been an article somewhere. I don't know. It still doesn't make sense to me. But I don't think they've been super transparent about it. It gets made fun of all the time. Nobody takes it serious. I've always looked at it as something that, well, I shouldn't say no one takes it serious. Some folks do. I think there was an article a while back about its accuracy long time ago, like 8 or 9 years ago. There was when it first kind of became popular, it had something like a 60% accuracy rating in basketball. But I couldn't find anything beyond that. And that was doing a lot of digging. I was trying to look something up on the FPI a little while back, and I came across this article, and it said that ESPN's FPI at the time was like 60% accurate over basketball, and I want to say it was like 2012, 2013. Couldn't find anything since then. But then again, I didn't do a whole hell of a lot of digging. But still, I don't think you're supposed to take it serious, if I'm being honest with you. But it just kind of is what it is. Friggin' people are idiots. Yeah. You're. Mm-hmm. Yo, Ty, what's up, Scott? How you doing, man? I see that ESPN. I seen that ESPN trash, like I seen on Twitter. They rating the brand. Yeah, and if that's the case, why are you putting Mississippi State in that top 25? What are you doing? If it is a brand thing, why is Kentucky and Mississippi State, or hell for that matter, Ole Miss, if it's a brand thing, why are those schools on that list? I just do not understand how they come to this conclusion. I don't get it. Whatever. It is what it is. I guess we can gripe about it all we want. Auburn is a joke. All them wide receivers and still adding Centennial. Yeah, you still got Centennial and Samuel Mbake. And did I mention Quincy McAdoo? I think I did. I think I did mention McAdoo. Love how Josh on Late Kick thinks Hogs to be a threat in the SEC West in a few years. Man, they were a threat last year. I mean, you finished top 3. You lose to Bama by 7. You beat A&M. Should have beat Ole Miss, right? Should have done more against Georgia. I think had they caught them later in the year, maybe they could have put a touchdown on the board. I'm not sure. I mean, hell, Tennessee put what, 14 or 17 on them. I think Arkansas was better than Tennessee last year. So, yeah, I think they were a problem last year, and I think I'm going to stop right there. Because I don't want to give it away. I'm still, we still got spring, and we still got, the transfer portal stuff to work out, but I'm leaning positive. I'll just say that. Like we always say, there's no respect for the Hogs on a national level. Basketball, there sure is. We beat Bama by the transitive property. That's right, because A&M beat Bama and we beat A&M. You damn right. All right, let's get into the crystal ball talk really fast. Marcel Reed, this was an Arkansas Razorback target, has been crystal balled yesterday to Ole Miss. Now, Marcel Reed is among several targets at quarterback for Arkansas. He was given an Ole Miss crystal ball. Literally within minutes, Malachi Singleton was given a crystal ball to Arkansas, the 3-star quarterback, who I like, by the way, 6'1", 220. He was given a crystal ball. Danny West, whose confidence level is a 6. I like Singleton. He's a good runner. He's a solid runner, and I think he'd work out really good in the veered shoot. So long as you're running the RPO and you're running what Kendall does. I think he could have success in Kendall's offense. And Luke Brown, this was back on the 9th, and I missed this. This is the one that I missed. 6'5", 300-pound 4-star was given a crystal ball by Danny West to Arkansas at 9:12 a.m. on the 9th of this month. Luke Brown, look him up. Good player. Big-time prospect for Arkansas. Some solid offers. 6'5", 300-pounder. Be a great pickup. So Marcel Reed gets the crystal ball to Ole Miss. 6'1", 175 kid. And then Malachi Singleton, 6'1", 220, gets his crystal ball to Arkansas. That was yesterday. Do we have a score update? Hold up. Let me hold up. Hey. Let me get a score update. Someone's going to beat me to it as I'm looking at it, but that's all right. I'm going to look anyways. Cardinals lost today. That's always fun. 5-1. To the freaking Brewers. Yeah, looks like we're the bottom of the third. Razorbacks up. Slavin's at bat. But the Razorbacks are leading 1-0. So there we go. All right. And again, I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know we've got baseball and everything. ESPN will be eating their own turds. Cover the run, hit the dink and dunk, cover the short pass, and take the top off, play deep, and eat the chunk yardage. Okay. Oh, talking about, okay. I didn't read your first comment, Haas. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? The RPO veered shoot. Yeah, it's pretty effective. I think this year, like we said on Wednesday, I think this year it's time to see some. Let's add some points onto that production. You were one of the best rushing offenses, I should say, in the country. I think they finished 7th in rushing offense. That's great. Should have beat Auburn last season. Golly, I know, man. I know. It kills you. It eats away at your insides, the fact that you lost to them at home and now you got to go to their place. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. I can never figure Auburn out. I could never figure out Bo Nix. I could never figure out like what they were. Bo Nix, whose freshman season, he looked outstanding, looked really good. We thought, well, maybe he'll get back to that eventually. Never does, and yet they still somehow walk into Fayetteville and beat the Razorbacks. Now you got to go into their house. I don't know that they're going to be the cupcake people think they are. They never are for Arkansas. They're one of those teams, no matter how bad they are, it's still such a difficult game for the Razorbacks. Should have beat them last year. I think you were the better team. I think we could all agree with that. You were the better team a year ago. Why the hell couldn't you beat them in Fayetteville? It's maddening. They go with the forefront, right? We see a lot of forefront. Auburn just completely locked them down. It just, it's the game that just disgusts me. It's like when they lost to it's Oklahoma losing to them in basketball at Tulsa. The way that they lost them just eats away at me, right? And then there's the Auburn football game in Fayetteville. Those two games, they just eat away at me. Like, and I get it. Arkansas wasn't playing good basketball at that point in the season. Had they played them later on, they would have, beat the crap out of them. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But it still just irks you a certain way. And then Auburn just drives me crazy. How far out is Hazelwood from getting some contact? I don't know. I think they're taking it pretty safe with a lot of guys this year, so I'm not really sure on that. Let's see the early 2010s Baylor offense come out. Oh, man, right? Would love to see some it's time to do it. This is the year. This is the year, man. It's time to open it up, right? Kick the tires, light the fires. There's no excuses. I get that Burks is gone, right? Blake Kern, who became a pretty decent part of the offense as the year went on, was a solid blocker for them. Was solid at what he was asked to do. He was good at it. Bought into his role and a solid blocker. But, not a great threat in the passing game, but got better as the year went on. You're supposed to get that out of Knox. It's time to see it happen. All right. The final thing we'll talk about, and we'll wrap it up so we can get to this baseball game. I plan on hoping to catch a little bit of it. Some things I'm going to be looking to, and again, I just talked I just had a conversation with Mark Rogers about this. I'm curious what they do at left tackle, who we see over there, who are the bodies, how many different guys rotate over there. I think they're supposed to do good on good. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's supposed to be good on good. So I'm curious about what they do with Luke Jones and left tackle. No doubt, I think he starts there. If they're doing the good on good, I think he starts there. But then who do they rotate after? Do they move Tykees Crawford over that left tackle spot? Do they move someone else? Maybe we get Jalen St. John back over there, but I think they like him inside. My other question, I've got a couple for the offense, a couple more. Tight end. Is there anyone that surprises us that maybe the media just hasn't asked Sam Pittman or Kendall Briles about? Is there someone at tight end, because Knox has been out? I know Nathan Bax has been getting the reps there, but is there someone, maybe Aaron Outley has actually kind of quietly been someone that the staff kind of, I don't know, starting to like him a little bit more. Maybe we see something from him Saturday. I just don't think so because I haven't heard anyone talk about him. What's going on with Henry, right? Is he going to be the 2 tight end, or did he get moved? Does he get moved back a little bit? And again, they're not going to answer all these questions in the spring scrimmage. And what you see in the spring does not mean you're going to see it in fall camp and when the first game hits. Doesn't mean you're going to see that. There were some guys that absolutely balled out last spring, and they didn't even see the damn field. So keep that in mind. How do the receivers look? Katron Jackson, look, I don't care if they only throw him the ball a couple times. Keep him healthy. I'm starting to get the vibe that maybe he's exactly what we thought he was when they recruited and signed him. The more you hear about him, the more people kind of, there's a little bit of that talking up that happens in the media and what have you. Hell, I'm probably a part of that too, but I've been so excited since Arkansas signed him out of Texas, considering how badly Texas wanted him. It just makes it that much more. It's just that much better, Texas wanted him. They wanted him, and they didn't get him. And we're just, it's time to win some damn football games. And with him catching the ball and making Texas wish they signed the kid, or really regretting that they were unable to take him away from Arkansas. So that was such a good get. Do we see, how much do we see of the different receivers? Who are some of the other names we just haven't talked about enough? Do we see maybe Quincy McAdoo's there, Landon Rogers, who they moved from quarterback to tight end to wide receiver? How much does he impress? I've heard he's had some moments during spring camp. Bryce Stevens, a little speed demon. I think not enough people talk about his speed. I mean, there's a reason why they put him on punt return. Warren Thompson, how does he look? Should we do a bet on how many times he drops the ball? I just feel like we should say that. But I'm a big Warren Thompson fan. I am. And Mark Rogers will tell you that. He made a comment the last time I was on his show about how often I bring him up. I like Warren Thompson. I really do. Do we see Ty Washington? How much do we, how many reps does he get? Do they maybe work him with the 1s and 2s? I could see him working with the 2s maybe. What about the quarterbacks? What's going on behind Hornsby? I think Hornsby there's no doubt, and I think he's going to leave that doubt really behind. I think he already has. I think he's done that. How much do we see of Cade Fortin? So on and so forth. Obviously, we're not going to get to see Cade Renfro. I expect to see a lot of punting. They're going to try and break in some of these other Patrick Foley, Max Fletcher, and there's a battle going on with those guys and Reed Bauer. I don't know that I don't know that you're going to see that. Maybe we see that battle won in the spring scrimmage. I don't know. Who knows? So, yeah, offense, you've got some things that you're looking forward to. Defensively, there's all kinds of movement in the secondary. Ladarius Bishop lost his starting spot to Johnson. I do not expect them to run Jalen Catalon much, but I don't expect him taking a lot of contact. I'd be a little bit surprised if he was in there making tackles. Now we know it's a scrimmage. There's only going to be so much contact, right? They're going to blow that whistle pretty quick. Quarterbacks obviously can't be touched. So in the RPO, that's why it's so difficult to kind of judge a quarterback's performance in a spring scrimmage, because there's no fear of contact, right? There's no fear of it, So it's kind of, it's difficult to gauge, like, what do you take away from that? But so again, sticking with defense, what do we see on the defensive line? Who's playing with the 1s? What are they planning on doing with Bumper Pool and Sanders? Are they going to be on the field at the same time? Are they going to rotate? Like I said about the secondary, all kinds of movement in the secondary. Slusher back to nickel, Brinney back to the other safety spot. So, yeah, all kinds of stuff, right? Keep an eye on Marcus Miller, number 90. Is he there? And if he's there, is he dressed out and in full pads? Like, what's going on with Miller? The kid that came in with Traylon Burks out of Warren. Redshirt junior, 6'5", 300-pounder. You're going to need your 300-pounders. You're going to need those fellas. What do they look like inside? What's the rotation look like? What are they running? Are they running a 3-front, 4-front? Are they sticking with that 3-2? Are we seeing a little bit more of the true nickel defense? 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and a nickel, and the rest are corners and safeties. What does that look like? That's kind of the stuff that that's going to be going on in my head. I will be there. I will be there for the Tarl. Talk dirty to me, Daddy. I will be there. I'm going to try and get there for the car show, a little bit of it. I won't be there 8 o'clock. Oh, hell no. But I'll probably, if I had a target time, I'd like to be there around 10, get a little bit of time with the cars, check them out, and then head on over to the stadium. So, yeah, J-Cat will be in a green. Yeah, Jalen Catalon will not be involved. I'd be surprised if they let him do anything. I'm sure you've already addressed this, but I'm disappointed in ESPN for ranking Darren McFadden. What? When was this? Number 35 of the best running backs of the past 65 years or 60 years? Where's this? Where did you see that at, Tony? Help me out. Love the idea. Odom wants 5 linebackers ready at all times. Yeah, they want depth there. They want depth. Hey, should we be there around 9:45? Oh, you're going to be there. I see what you're saying. Okay. Make college football a year-round sport. 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off, year-round. Golly, I love that idea. Get your beer hats on, folks. Oh, are the bases loaded for Arkansas? All right, that's going to do it. I'm done. You guys go enjoy the baseball game. This is the Friday show, by the way. And for anyone who's expecting a Friday show, this is it. I'm going to go spend the day with my kiddos. We're going to go watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm really excited about that and really excited for them. They love Sonic, and who doesn't, right? Hopefully, maybe we'll go to Locomotion. We'll go hang out. We'll have a good father-daughter's day. And then Saturday, I'll be there for the scrimmage if all goes according to plan. So maybe I'll see you there. If I do, I'm hard to miss. I'm tall and fat, so feel free to walk up and say hi. Woo Pig, I'm looking forward to it, man. My favorite part of the offseason. A little bit of football, a little bit of Razorback. Not the red-white scrimmage, but a scrimmage nonetheless, and we get to see it. So I'll see you guys. Hopefully I'll see you there on Saturday. Woo Pig, go Hogs. All right, Daddy's hungry. Let's eat some din-din.